Hello, this is your friend, Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo speaking in Virginia. Professor of Biology, licensed and ordained minister, and founder and president of Fruitful Ministries International Incorporated, an evangelistic and teaching Christian ministry. We work with churches, groups, organizations, communities, schools, and all kinds of people. Get in touch with us if you need programs, counseling, books, and prayer. We focus on evangelism, leadership training, train leaders, and then we do a lot of prayer, and then we disciple people, biblical teaching. But we are very much into relationships, marriage, courtship, family, home. It's our specialty, okay? And now, if you enjoy this, do your best to subscribe, okay? And let's keep going. Let's talk about romance. When you mention romance, what comes into your mind? It's not sex. No, 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 no. For God is romantic. He is the source of romance. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son. Whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. That is romantic talk. Romance means your attitude towards your lover, someone you love, the way you think and behave towards the person. What you speak, your gestures, your actions, and everything of yours. Your attitude towards someone you love. When you say your spouse is not romantic, what do you mean? You're not feeling, people say vibe, they use all kinds of names. The micros, the electricity. You are not feeling loved. The person's attitude is stiff and legalistic. He's not flexible. He's not behaving and acting towards you as someone he or she loves, or not responding to your moves. You see, for togetherness, you see, and interactions, for you to feel special love is being romantic, okay? It's very close to love, affection, and companionship. You see, if you want to be a very good romantic person, you can't do that without being a good companion, because all the things involved in showing your affection has to do with closeness, okay? You can engage in sexual activity as much as you can, but still not being romantic. In fact, all romantic sex, we call it rough sex, with a spouse. Remember, God created sex good for marriage, not outside marriage. It's not holy, it's not godly, and God doesn't approve of it. Let's be clear about that. So if you are not married and you're courting or dating, be very careful how you become romantic. Avoid as much physical contact as possible. You see, because let's face it, when you're in love, and the whole idea of let's see if we can fall in love properly. No, well, you don't just decide to fall in love properly. To see if we are really falling in love, it's a spontaneous thing that develops. See, in the process, be very careful, because emotions can shoot high and you can get unnecessary problems. Okay? As I said, the source of romance is God himself. Let him help you, the one who gives you your partner, to be the source of all your love and your good attitudes towards people. The women complain the men are not romantic, and a number of men do complain the women are not romantic, but usually on the side of the men, because women are receivers of the love of men. They are always craving for or wanting or desiring or expecting the move of the man towards them. Remember, the sperm even moves towards the egg, okay? I think that since the man is the leader in affection, in fact, God says in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 3, the man must render affection, confess some distinction, render, calculated giving. You look at the type of person you are dealing with and what you do, where you touch, what you will say to make the person feel happy, feel loved. Okay? That will be juicy enough. That will be appetizing enough. That will be attractive enough and palatable enough. The man is commanded specifically, therefore, to love the wife. Not that the wife shouldn't love husband. You have to love each other. But the women in particular, men are providers primarily. Initiators, women are responders. In fact, in 1 Corinthians 7:3, the man must render affection, and the woman likewise. That is why it is said women too should pamper men. Okay, but it is the way you behave towards a woman, then the woman will respond. You are the leader. Remember, fellows on one ship. Fellowship started with an adult male and God. Adam didn't start growing like a baby. Adam came as a man, and the woman too came as a woman. Eve came as a woman. Okay? We must admit that the prevailing culture, what obtains, what goes on, what people believe in and how they act, several areas of the world makes being romantic a kind of outmoded mentality for some people. They still stick to the old idea and behavior as if a woman is to have children and do all these and is a follower, and that you should not give too much of yourself to her type of thing. So if you're very nice to the woman and you make moves for the woman to bond to you, is too free with you, then it means your manhood is what, brought down? Oh, no. Shouldn't be like that. Okay? So the cultures have contributed a lot to people being unromantic. Because the hugging, the touching, and all the rest of them, some consider it as worldly, or, we don't do that. A man should go like that, macho man. What are you doing? Making yourself too available to a woman. Is putting the head on you, the legs on you, sitting on you, and hugging here and there, and being nice is considered unmanly type of thing. And you must break through if you are that type of person. And if you're a single person, get it in your mind. Being romantic is not being weak. Okay? It's not being weak and worldly or carnal. No. What I want to do is to mention a few romantic acts. Some pertain to both married and unmarried people. In other words, people who are not yet married. But some pertain to married people. So as I mentioned them, just be very careful. You don't take all of them for yourself if you are single. I think I will let you know as I go along. Number one, the affectionate way you look at the person. If you want to be romantic towards your partner, or the person who says, oh, you're so romantic, the way you look at people, the way you look at a person. Okay, let's know that there can be the minimal, general romantic attitude of a person. For we have romance books. That doesn't mean sexy books, no. Okay, it pertains to love and affection. But when we say romance, it pertains more in our context to relationship and marriage and courtship affairs. And the point here is that because you're not married yet and you're only dating to find out if we can really move together in serious courtship and then come together for marriage, I'm going through what should have been normal. I'm not talking of where you do your own thing somehow and you say you are dating and you are beginning to court and then you are living together in one room, sleeping on one bed. You see, I'm trying to talk about how God wants it to be. And if you are principled, fear God, and you are a Bible person, which is the standard of some of us. They want to do it the biblical way. And to us, the Lord God Almighty give us the Bible, and we go by that. It doesn't mean the Bible will tell you that when you buy this, cook it and cook it well and add enough salt to this. It's not in the Bible like that. That one God gave you the wisdom to apply. But the guiding principles in general for things is what the scripture directs. If it says love, no one can tell you how to love that husband, that wife, that firstborn, that lastborn, that person who is educated, not educated, quasi or half educated, and all the rest of them, and doesn't know this and knows that. You have to use your wisdom, gather the knowledge, and know how you are loving the person. But the principle of love, which is giving and forgiving, last gets and forgets. Love gives and forgives. Don't forget. Okay? Looking for my welfare, my interests, my needs, my rights, my opinions, making time for me, nice and gentle and all that. You have to learn how to allow that to work. That is why people who just pray, Holy Ghost fire, ministry, or I'm the CEO of this, he stands in public and he's talking, he's standing at the microphone and people, yes, man, But you bring the one to practical level, the ground level, is a very poor husband. Horrible. Doesn't know how to handle people. That's the whole idea. Also the same with the woman. Doesn't know how to respect and handle a man. So the way you look at people can make them feel loved. You see. Number 2, facial expressions that carry the message that you are adoring the person or you like the person. Facial expression. If you really love somebody, you keep a nice, calm face. You see. So the way you're looking at my face and the way your facial expression is portraying something else to me, even lying in bed, sitting in a car, whether you're sitting in a farm or restaurant or someplace, doesn't convey the idea of love. So watch your facial expressions. Some of these things, they come automatically when the love is in you. It comes out. You see, I'm very friendly in class to the point that when I'm not happy, the students can tell. There have been occasions, a particular occasion, for example, and it was a lecture class. And when I got there, there was this girl that walked. This is college, university, okay? It's university. And came on right in front of me, quiet, and said, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yes, I'm fine. You look very happy today." They can just tell, like Nehemiah before the king. You see, in the book of Nehemiah, said you're not happy because, see, Nehemiah served so much with such joy and was so cheerful, the king could tell, you're not happy about something. You should be with husbands and wives. And if you're courting your fiancé, you should be able to tell when the other one is not happy, your child or anybody. Some is so obvious, but in a number of cases, you are trying to be fine, you should be able to tell. You sense it, you see. So your facial expression, you see, that you like the person, or don't like the person, you are adoring the person. You see, if your spouse is walking around the room, the way you look, or when I'm coming from outside, the way you approached me, can tell me whether you're expecting me or you don't expect me. Spirit of expectation. As if you don't care whether I come or I don't come. You're not missing me, okay? Number 3, loving touches, the way you touch and you stroke parts of the body in some way. Sometimes the hands, the legs, the thighs, the back, the toes, how you play with the toes and fingers. But be very careful if you're not married yet. Be extra careful not to stimulate yourselves when you're not ready to use the fire, and you set it ablaze. Solomon says, Don't take fire into your bosom. You're going to get burned. Okay? So learn to be touching your spouse. He's in the kitchen or someplace. You send your hand around someplace. And the same with your husband. Don't touch each other only when you are going to make love in bed. That's bad. Some even lie in bed and there's a big valley of 10,000 feet deep between them and 100,000 miles long. And then they say they are going to enjoy each other, they touch each other. That is not good. Breakthrough form, breakthrough tradition, breakthrough outmoded culture. It's old-fashioned. So watch that. Number 4, place your head or legs on the laps of the person when watching some television, relaxing somewhere. Create the opportunity for me to do it. Sometimes the way you carry yourself, put my head on you. See, sometimes you are shy too. You are shy and you haven't done it. You also are shy when the kids are around because they haven't seen you doing it. You have to break through from time to time. How about the legs on the men? It's not too common. Okay, it's not as common as putting the head on the man. See, because there are some who think it's disrespect. So you put your legs and then you are laying against some pillow or something and your legs are on your man. The man can do it too. Then usually the woman, then you are playing with the toes. You see, but let the head also be in you and then you are playing with the ears and the head and all that. Okay. If the children are around, be minimal. Know how to control yourself. Okay. The next one is sitting on your partner, sitting on the person. It depends on how you sit, what you do, your mindset. Okay? A romantic move of one sitting on the other. Okay? So allow that. If the person is very heavy, then it can be a problem. So you have to regulate that and know where you are sitting. So you can create problems. You get up and then you have to call an ambulance. Just know how to go about it. Okay. Number 6, hugging the front or the back. Sometimes you go behind a person and you hug. Or open hug, face to face. As to how long depends on the relationship. If it is courtship or beginning of some dating or whatever it is, just be extra careful about that one. Okay? Be extra careful. But when you are married, you do it as long as you can, as appropriate and as the occasion demands or allows. If I'm doing some washing, I'm doing some cleaning, maybe I'm brushing my teeth and you came from behind and did it, or you came to the bathroom, I'm just about to have my bath, a little hug, whatever you want to do that out of the blue. Yesterday, we were all going upstairs, we finished whatever we were doing, and this is in the night. And very interesting, we were so you pass the main door and then you come upstairs, you go up. And then when I stood there, my wife was coming in. She kind of looked at me. I was also standing there. And the reason I stood there was that I thought she was coming to give a hug. But not at that time. So I stood there. So she came very close. And I saw that there wasn't a body move for that. So I started climbing the stairs while she's coming behind. I said, I thought you were coming for a hug. I said, oh, really? So when I climbed, I said, I got up there and I waited. So wait, let me come in. And then she came and then gave the hug, So sometimes you put in the application, but as much as possible, let it be spontaneous. So I even made a comment to her that it's not the same as when out of the blue, you just came and did it. You can't legislate love. Everybody, if you don't love, you will fine you for $100. You can't legislate it. You go to prison for for 1 week. You see, it has to be a spontaneous thing, and don't let it be, it's a quid pro quo. If you give me, I'll give you. Don't do that. Don't let it be conditional. So, hugging spontaneous. Number 7, lifting and carrying the person. Oh. If it's heavy, don't try. Don't break your back. So that also, depending on, sometimes the beginning of the relationship, it is easier to do that. But as time goes on, you care for so much that you don't have time for some of that. But as much as possible, lifting and carrying the person. Number 8, sending notes and text messages with love and affectionate tones. What you write, like one time I was traveling, and I left a note. You see, I was doing that from time to time. You may add something, oh, take this and buy something whilst I'm away. You see, there was one time where I remember we were in New York. I wrote to her. I actually wrote. And I like to use my hand, not typing, my hand. Right? And I went, bought stamp, and mailed it. So she called and said, who is this? And it was me. I have to find out from her where that letter is. You see, I haven't done one for a long time. From time to time, do things like that. You see, why don't you go and mail a postcard? These days, postcards are rare. First on postcard and write something very sweet and put a stamp and mail it to her in the house. So you can put some on the pillow, under the pillow, in some place here and there, okay? Notes and messages. Number 9, giving special gifts with meaning. Flowers, perfume, underwear, brassiere, a tie pin, special socks, something that has meaning, some things only you can buy. I mean, there are some underwears, I mean, you can't just buy for someone's wife like that. Unless maybe you're a parent, a brother, a sister, but an outsider can't just buy some underwear for your wife, or some woman can just buy underwear for someone's husband. Be careful. Be careful. Unless it's a joke, even that. So what I'm saying is that buy something that carries a certain kind of message. Don't go to the store and then you're asking, what is the size of the brush here? What I did was, I saw myself standing, scratching my head, then make a phone call. So I took a little piece of paper and I wrote the brassiere size on that paper. So I take out the wallet, then I remember things like that. But in conversation, you can learn some of them sizes. Size of shoes, size of this, size of that. Okay, so special gift that has meaning. Not only on special occasions. No. Don't wait till Valentine and Christmas and New Year and birthday before you do that. No. Let every day be special. Number 10, words and phrases that carry sentiments of love and affection. You see, special names, special phrases that mean when you say it means, I will make love in the night. In fact, you should be doing that. Don't spring it on him or on her. And certain scratches in some parts and certain things that show that certain things have certain meanings. When you are eating, there are some who eat from the same plate. Some do it as much as possible, but some certain times you put the food in the mouth, they drink, let me also drink, and all that. So you find out what works, different occasions. Sharing a drink of food with the person is number 11. Sharing a drink of food with the person, being romantic together, okay? Number 12, unexpected special smacking or touch of some parts of the body, for example, the buttock, or some other part, which no one has the right to do, to touch. And it is unexpected. So you look at occasion, okay, sometimes a tickling, or the one is beginning to doze off and you send your hand in some parts. You see, you have to find out what is most appropriate at certain times. Unexpected, spontaneous. Number 13, scrubbing or sponging the back of the person during a shower so that I can have your bath together. But don't fight the water too hot, too cold, because women stand higher temperatures than men. It's a big difference, okay? So work that out when you hear your wife having a shower or the person enters there. Is not something that is too difficult, but make the time for it. Let your mind be at home. Your mind is too scattered on computers and meetings and ministry and your preaching and your counseling and a board meeting and a radio program, a television program. I'm going to the farm. I'm going to harvest my crops. I'm going to drive my my Uber or my taxi, my bus, my education, my studies, my exams. Oh, see, factor in the home. Factor in the people too in the home. Some are at home, another doing eating, sleeping, on the phone, watching this, watching that. And it's not interacting with people in the house. It's interacting more with people outside the house by emails and WhatsApp and Instagram and phone and other things. But it's at home. But it's interacting more with people outside than people in the house. Let's repent. Let's work on ourselves. You are robbing yourselves. You see, you are robbing yourself. You see, enjoy life with people. People. Okay? You know, there was a time when with my wife, when she used to work early in the morning, she's having a bath. I was so used to doing it, I couldn't do anything. When I hear the shower running, I'll stop everything and go there and draw the curtain. Good morning. Say, yeah, I had a dream, whatever it is. When there's soap in the face, I go like this, tiptoe, and then you send your finger to some part of the body. Be playful. Be playfully romantic and romantically playful. My own term. Be romantically playful and playfully romantic. Person is playing with you, and you can feel something you don't just feel anywhere. You see, you feel some love, something you can't feel anywhere else as it talks with you and interacts with you. You see. And when he's also trying to touch you during foreplay and romantic activity before actual love making, you do it nicely and gentle, okay? You see, playfully romantic, not just warm anywhere, anyhow like that. Don't do that. Number 14, putting on the socks, the underwear, the attire, or whatever it is for your mate, zipping or unzipping a dress, button a shirt, or a dress for your partner, putting perfume under the armpit, whatever it is. Some of these things. Sometimes you invite the one to do, or you see the one is doing, or you know he's going to do it. So he comes out of the bathroom, or he's dressing up and he goes, I want to do this for you, spontaneously. You see. Number 15, touching and pressing and massaging specific sensitive areas of the body. The buttocks, the breast, the reproductive area, if you're married. Please, touching specially. Don't just jump on her like a hawk catching chicken. You see, and if it's the woman to be nice and gentle, okay? Learn how to do that. It's as holy in marriage as anything. Don't make it sound like God was wrong in creating certain things and you are too pure. How pure are you? And so for me, I'm so holy and so principled, and it's like this and whatever it is. Be careful of the pride of humility. Have you thought of that before? That's what called the pride of humility. That's a horrible type of pride. Okay? You're so humble and everywhere you're so humble. Everyone, I'm the most humble person around here. Be careful about that. Okay, the pride of humility. I give so much. I'm the one, the benevolent one. I give more than everybody. I'm the one who... Be careful about that. Be careful about that. Number 16. Ordinary peck or kissing on the cheek or the hand or the neck. Nicely. In fact, in a number of cultures, I've seen a school where I was teaching and I was going with a chaplain, a good friend of the university. And we were going to the print shop. I was going to collect my exams. They have copied. And when he got there, the manager of the store on campus, when he greeted, he took the hand and, well, I haven't done to any of them before over there, but it was There's nothing wrong. You see, and she was proud of it. In some cultures, so depending on where you come from and what you do, there are certain things which people do. But be careful how you do them if it's not part of the system. You may be seen as falling in love, trying to woo somebody. So be careful about how you copy things because you have traveled to a place. So you try and bring it somehow. They don't know what you are doing. Say, what is this? Okay. So there can be simple peck and all that. I remember when I was a student in Holland, people were not shaking my hand. You haven't there, you know. Acquaintance. If it's quite close. But go, So we close church, we're in a church hall, and I get tons of them before I go home. All over the place. All over. Okay, in some places you don't do it. You go and do it to somebody, say, hey, what are you doing to my wife? Don't do that to my daughter. And the girl says, what is this? Your friend is falling in love with me. He doesn't know what it is. That culture, they don't have that. So you should know how to do this. But a woman was complaining, my husband doesn't say, I love you. He said, oh, when Britain and someone says, I love my cat, I love my dog. Oh, but if somebody says that, you want to say, oh, the British people, that's an excuse. We say, I love my cat. In other words, the love is used all over the place. Please don't do that. Number 17, mouth-to-mouth kissing, where the tongue is in the mouth for married people. Intense kissing also on the neck, heavy petting and things. If you are married, the marriage is blessed, you are married, open up to that as a romantic way of expressing love to each other. And typically as part of your foreplay. What I want us to do is distinguish between actual foreplay and being romantic. You see, doing foreplay is intense romance then, leading to sexual activity. Distinguish that. And be very careful about that when you are not married and so, I'm being romantic, I'm being nice, and you're going too far. Personally, for the tongue to be put in the mouth of a woman or a man, to me, you should be married. Oh, I'm in trouble. That's my belief. I've married a couple of years. And if you put your tongue into the mouth of a woman or the woman in the mouth, you know very well what happens to your feelings, what it means. Let's face it. If you see people intense kissing, their tongue is in the mouth and they are kissing over there, and I go out now, what comes into your mind? Sex. You see, if you see your dad and mom even doing it, sometimes you can't even look. When you're watching television and people are actually kissing, serious kissing, mouth to mouth. Dad is here, grandma is here, uncle is here. How do you feel? You this 20-year-old, 25-year-old, how do you feel? Unless you're an adult like them. Even sometimes you don't feel too comfortable if it's too intense. But if you are 14 years old, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and they are doing it, and you are sitting there, and you try to see if daddy is also looking. And he said, try to see, and you don't know whether to keep on looking and behave like you're enjoying it, and you wonder the way you are looking. Hey, mommy is wondering why I'm looking at it like that. The thing is a sacred romantic thing between husband and wife type of thing. Let's face the facts. Let's face the facts and be careful how we allow ourselves to be so loose that we play with it. At the airport, I sometimes intentionally hug the kids, see if they are with me, and I make sure I kiss mommy and the tongue enter the mouth to show it's not only in movies, it's between dad and mom. Only for 2 seconds. I'm not talking of what you do in the bedroom. Okay, don't give the kids a wrong impression. Okay, know when and how to be able to do it. Number 18, licking some place during foreplay, where you send your mouth to some places of the body, especially the Mount Washington, the Mount Kilimanjaro, the Mount Everest in the front. Okay? during foreplay in some way. That's not what I'm doing now, okay? But it's a way of being romantic, sending your hand and playing around some of those places, okay? I don't want to do too much biology, okay? That is not what we are doing now. We are talking of being romantic, not foreplay itself for sexual activity for married people, no. Number 19, sudden unexpected tickling of the armpit and something. You see, or he takes something and then he be playful. Be playful. Don't be too stiff, legalistic, so rigid. Oh man. Okay. Some tickling, unexpected something. Number 20, put on perfume or powder for the person. Okay. Or just putting it on and because I'm coming to make love with you tonight, or I'm welcoming you home, or whatever it is. There was one time I did something. I put pepper, very hot one, paprika, the red one, very hot. And I went to the kitchen and I put a little bit in my mouth, my lips. Then I came and gave my wife a kiss. Oh, no. What have you done? Then I waited for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Then I went out to the kitchen and I put honey on my lips and my tongue. Then I came and kissed again and he said, you've eaten something. The pepper, the honey, just a joke. And we laughed a lot of how you will balance the pepper and the honey. Be playful about things like that, okay? And be talking about, give comments about some part of the body and all that. You see, make nice jokes about them. Number 21, call by a special name. You verbalize special words and phrases during foreplay and the sexual intercourse itself, where you open your mouth, say certain things. That's called real intimacy, very close. Things you'll not tell any other person. Okay. There's sexual security. See, women want security. Financial security, money is okay. Romantic security, where you touch certain parts, give a kiss and things. And I know I'm the only one you're doing that to. Then we have sexual security. You don't have sex with any other person. And all the other kinds of securities. So if I'm kissing my wife and I say the only mouth I can kiss, it gives her romantic security. If I smack the buttock, it's the only woman I can do, which is true. For me to send my hand to some woman's buttock like this, I have to, Lord, forgive me, Jesus. I have to confess, I'm very happy. It gives her security. You see, does your wife have romantic and sexual security, or your husband? You see, someone got angry when, I think a Christmas card or a certain card went to a friend who is a lady of both of them. You see, and then you saw that the card you gave me during Christmas, the same card you gave to the lady. I think it's an old girlfriend, or they were very close before, that type of thing. And the girl wasn't, I think it was a fiancé or the wife was not happy. Because my card should be different. And I think she was right. She went and saw it and said, how different am I? You see. So be very careful how you like people. So you buy the same thing for your wife, but the same thing for the other person. Or unless it's on occasion, you bought the same thing for your wife and the mom and things like that. Or it's a group activity. So you all wore the same thing. Make the one feel special, because romance and romantic moves makes people feel special. And if you are not romantic, it doesn't make people enjoy lovemaking with you. You are not touching, doing anything like this. You're not making yourself available, playful, or anything. And all you do is only beg that you touch me, and then you just release yourself, feel happy, and go away. That is selfishness. It's not righteousness. You see, and don't use your titles and what God is using you to do in places and your position in the society and how you're on radio and the newspapers and places to feel big. but very poor at home with your partner. Don't be happy about it. Don't be an unromantic bishop, archbishop, apostle, elder, deacon, ministry leader, a CEO, politician, a doctor, a nurse. Okay? Don't be unromantic accountant. See, unromantic travel agent, unromantic pilot, or an army officer, Congress, Senate, and all that. Okay? Verbal appreciation. Number 22, verbal appreciation to your mate for the food, the dressing, the appearance, result of some work or whatever it is. Come out to appreciate. Verbal appreciation. Very important. When I stand your vision to mom at the dinner table. It makes her important. Or sometimes I just say, your food is wonderful. God bless you. Sometimes she's cooking and I say, oh, wonderful. You're cooking nicely. Wonderful woman. You see, and then you send your hand somewhere. Can I give you a helping hand for that? You see. So do that. Number 23. Lavish introduction. Here's my wife in public and before family members and friends. That's my wife, my better half. That's my husband. See, my special, my only this. Use whatever it is. That is the sugar in my coffee or tea. That is the butter on my bread. The only flower, the only rose among the flowers in my garden. The sunshine on my gloomy day. You know, the soft dew that falls on my mown grass. You know, say something. The one whose beauty sweeps me off my feet. Okay. So say whatever you want to say. You want to say, my herbaceous, succulent, and juicy partner. Whatever you want to say, which is decent and nice. Okay, not something that will put the one down or you are shy. And be willing to be shown her picture to people in your wallet and places. Number 24, lovingly and wisely involve your mate in decision making. It's very romantic. What do you think about this? Like I said, when I'm going to travel, my wife will tell you, I don't pack the stuff. I leave them there. Then she will say, Friday put on this, Saturday put on this, Sunday put on this. I put all the shirts and the various pants or trousers, and the one will help to pick the combination of colors. Not that I can use my 4 master's degrees and my PhD and certificates to do that, but you want to produce, or you want to produce some romantic intimacy type of thing, or you want to use every opportunity to bring closeness. Ask opinion frequently. What do you think about this? Does it smell good? What do you think about this? And that. About everything. Taste and see. You see, I think this, does it smell good? Smell and see. Or ask opinion. Even when you have traveled. You see, call. And sharing scripture and all that, and something you have found. As soon as you find something interesting, oh, you know what I found over there? You know what I heard? I saw this on the internet. And you know, I did this and that and that and that. Share. Open your heart and share. Number 25, engage in frequent conversation that the one can freely enjoy and participate. Don't be talking all kinds of superlatives about engines when I don't know anything about engines, and then about hospital stuff, and about plants or animals. That's not my area. Or your sewing, or your hairdressing, or your politics, and your law, and all the rest of them. I don't know what you're talking about. Say things I can comfortably become a part of. Okay? I can comfortably become a part of. Okay? Number 26, gentle and careful correction and treatment of your partner. Gentle and careful correction. When I'm wrong, when I've faulted, be nice and gentle with me. It's a short, romantic, nice way of treating me. Okay? Don't be shouting, yelling, and you make it feel there's nothing good in me. It's one way of, as I said, helping to change people. Talk about good things they do. It becomes cushion in the heart. When they bring a negative, they can cope with it. Number 27, wisely and thoughtfully helping me to prepare some food, care for the needs of the children, help around the house. Oh, in a nice way, you sing some song while you're doing it. You see, there are other things you can do. They put on a song and the two of you are dancing. You see, all this dance out of the blue, you know. So helping around the house, helping with some preparation, shopping, going out here and there, and the way you're walking and looking at each other, holding hands, all that romantic ways of promoting the bond of love between the two of you. Number 28, nicely and lovingly assisting for shopping, washing, ironing, cleaning, running errands, serving meals. When one is busy with something else, then you're taking care of something else. Or when I'm sick, you are there to help, the way you sat by me, the way you do this. Say a prayer for me, the way you put your hand upon me. Sometimes you have had to pray. But when we have, like she comes from work, as soon as I hear the door open, whatever I'm doing, I stop and I run to the door. Then I remove, if it is winter, I just love it, remove the coat for her. And then when I miss that one, like I miss a plane, and then I hug her and I say a prayer. I just love that. You know, simple things like that you can do. And enjoying some movie together, going for some entertainment, something together, and watching something also at home together. And I said music together, a video together. Sometimes you can watch it together, lie in bed, and on the phone or a tablet, you're all watching together. And one head is on the other head. On a Saturday morning, you started this weekend, from about 5 to about 9, no phone call, nothing. It's a problem is if you have little kids, then it is an issue, but find a way of going about it. That is why once in a while, if it's once in 6 months, you go to some cheap bed and breakfast somewhere, and you go from Friday evening to Saturday evening or something, someone babysits the kids. Find a way of doing this thing. You need that for refreshment and replenishment and strength and encouragement. Very, very important. And then you can enjoy together, going to church together, going to functions together, sitting together at the function. That people see you are together, okay? And if it is scripture and reading, you are holding Bible together, two of you are sharing, and all that. Things you can do to make me feel important. Waiting for me to close, then you give me a ride. Add a ride to the place, you come and wait for me, and then you take me home. And all those little things. It differs from home to home, relationship to relationship, marriage to marriage, courtship to courtship. Don't just copy anyhow. What is appropriate for today, this week, this month, this year? You have finished school, I'm still working. You are working, we have all finished school. You are all on the same campus. So many different types of things you can do. Long distance one, phone, the photos, and things. But just you have to be very careful because you're not together. Don't be saying things on the phone. Set yourselves up, and you're not there to satisfy. And don't be doing some of that. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Show your nakedness on the webcam and on the phone. I want to see this. It's not decent and good. Don't do things that will not bring the holy presence of God to be with you and follow you here and there. And don't just copy because others do it. Genesis 6 verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. The whole world was wrong at one time, and one man was right. And he was saved and a wife. Then the 3 sons and their 3 wives. See how one man influenced their family. A family was saved. Importance of family. When the whole world was destroyed one time, God saved a family, which you can see in Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 7. Okay, Noah saved his family. Okay, so do things, listen to God, be romantic, be loving, and also be discussing what each other likes from time to time. And as you live together for a long time, you begin to know what each other likes. Very easy to find out from time to time. And then make yourself flexible. And watch the person at the right time. here and there. Don't do too much or too little. But look for the occasions. God will always lead you. And you'll always be able to sense, be able to predict the best neighbor, the best friend, the best spouse, the best fiancé, the one who predicts a need and meets the need. But the Lord bless you and strengthen you and help you to be romantic as much as possible if you're married or if you're courting or dating. But if you're single and not married or attached to anybody yet, still have a romantic attitude towards even babies. Oh, the way you behave, but be very careful. Don't bring in sexual stuff, which is not necessary romance at all. Okay? And if you're married, distinguish the two. Be romantic first. You're not to be just sexy, romantic. Okay? Have the right attitude towards your lover. The sexual activity and things, let that sweetness help you to have a loving attitude to me in the kitchen as you help me. Be patient with me, teach me, correct me right. Call home during the day, some of the things you can do, phone calls. And saying on the phone, it's been all those romantic. I can't list all of them like that. All those things you can do, very, very important on the phone. Text messages, WhatsApp messages, Instagram and things. Nice things. You can always send, okay, out very romantically. Please do that. Please do that. And then we have interface. You can do all that FaceTime calling and all that which you can. Okay? May the Lord bless you and help you to understand and be romantic as appropriate at the best time, as the occasion demands, for people to enjoy you in their relationship and especially courtship and marriage. God bless you. You can call me in the United States on 1-917-741-0643. 1-917-741-0643. You can also get me on Facebook, Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo. It's Kisseadoo. Kisseadoo. Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo or Dr. Samuel V initial Kisseadoo. That's a community page you can just like. It never gets full. If it says the first one is full. Then there's a third account called the Third Wall. That is Reverend Dr. Kisseadoo. Okay? You can use the name Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo, search Amazon.com to get Kindle versions of some of my books. Now, if you call this number 1-917-741-0643 or call Ghana 020-812-6533, 020-812-6533, which means from outside is 233-20-812-6533. You can get books, programs. If you want counseling, call these numbers. We'll direct you to somebody to help you wherever you are on the surface of the globe. There's a broadcast on Joy 99.7 FM. Saturday mornings, 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. Hope for your family. Family Life broadcast. You can get it anywhere in the world using myjoyonline.com and go to live radio, myjoyonline.com. It's Saturday mornings, 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then you can also get me using the email, which is KISSEADOO, Kisseadoo at msn.com, Kisseadoo at msn.com. And we have seminars, free seminars, and free counseling and prayer, as I said. So call these numbers and I'll direct you to any of them as appropriate. You can Google my name, Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo, to get a lot of articles and things you can read, a number of them from the past. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord guide you. There's a website also, www.fruitfulministriesint.com. As I said, the ministry is Fruitful Ministries International Incorporated. So the ministry is RIES, www.fruitfulministries ministriesint.com. The Lord bless you and keep